words can adequately describe Alaska. No photograph can do it justice. It is more than a vast and abundant land. It is a treasure trove of life, a spectacular showcase for the power of nature. To really appreciate Alaska, you have to experience it. And the closer you can get, the better.
Oh my God! Oh!
Everybody in the world should see this. Well, I think the only word that can describe that is just, it's awesome.
It's gorgeous, it's awesome, it's wonderful. It's like another version of the beginning of the Earth.
There they are.
Oh, that's a big one. It's a treat, like Alaska opens up a little pocket and says, look, oh, there it goes.
This is the life of Southeast Alaska. Here, the small cruising yachts of Alaska Sightseeing Tours inch their way through the 1,200-mile-long maze of wilderness waterways called the Inside Passage. This is a very special part of Alaska, teeming with wildlife and breathtaking scenery. While many large cruise ships steam non-stop through these waters in a single night, the small yachts of Alaska Sightseeing Tours venture deeper, exploring the heart and soul of Alaska. We offer you the option of two styles of cruising: daylight yacht touring and overnight yacht tours. Both options give you the ethereal, narrow passages of misty fjords and spectacular glacier scenery. Alaska Sightseeing Tours will bring you closer to Alaska than any other carrier. This unique mode of exploring the true inside of the Inside Passage is a concept developed by the man known as Mr. Alaska, Chuck West.
You seen those mountain goats up there today? Brought those down specials for you.
You brought them down for me?
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice of you. The guys with the cruise.
Yeah, right. That's typically Alaskan scenery.
After years of developing tourism in Alaska, Chuck West realized that while many visitors aboard the megaliners were dressing for dinner and dancing in discos, the wildlife and grandeur of Alaska was passing by unnoticed.
We sail close to shore. We see the animals up close. We look them right in the eye. We see the whales jumping close by. Porpoises following the ship. We see the deer on the beach. We see the bear with their cubs looking at us from just almost arm's length. These things are unique to our operation, and only with us can that be experienced.
The daylight yacht, Sheltered Seas, captures the essence of the personal, up-close Alaskan adventure. By cruising only during daylight hours, passengers witness all of the spectacular sights and sounds of this magnificent wilderness. With its unobtrusive presence, the ship seems almost to attract the majestic whales and playful porpoises.
Makes your heart beat fast, and you get excited and you scream and yell. You don't see these things. These are real, free, wonderful creatures.
The Sheltered Seas explores the intricate waterways of the Inside Passage only during daylight hours. At night, passengers sleep ashore in ports such as Juneau, Petersburg, and Ketchikan. These overnight stops afford passengers a chance to savor the real Alaska. The quaint fishing village of Petersburg is virtually unknown to large cruise ships. Here you can relax and soak up the neighborly atmosphere, as well as the flavor of Petersburg's Norwegian heritage. In Tracy Arm, a glass of glacier ice water is just within reach when the Sheltered Seas brings you right beneath a cascading waterfall. As you journey through time, the Sheltered Seas transports you into the ice age of LeConte Glacier. You now have a front row seat at one of nature's most spectacular shows.
Right there.
This is probably the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
You feel a part of it. You don't feel like you're a visitor. You feel like you're a part of what's here. And that's the difference between this and a cruise ship. I'm a part of what's happening.
Whoa, big shooter!
just came up dead ahead. Look at that.
Oh, there. What a punctuation mark. I think it's one of the wonders of the world. I don't see how anybody cannot be emotionally moved by seeing this. I think it's absolutely glorious.
I toast you, the glacier, and the sheltered seas. Hear, hear.
Tanner crab, king crab, we've got the spirit of Alaska.
For the ultimate sleep aboard cruise of the Inside Passage, you just can't top the Spirit of Alaska. From its home port of Seattle, the Spirit of Alaska makes an 8-day trek north, hugging the coast of British Columbia, passing through misty fjords and spectacular glaciers on its way to Juneau. The ship then exchanges passengers and repeats the voyage south. This is the first American flagship since 1954 offering Alaskan cruises direct, and see the mingling of Russian-American influence in Sitka. Although there is much to do and see on land, the real adventure of the Spirit of Alaska cruise unfolds between ports. While the cruise itself is often peaceful, the magnificent scenery, changing at every turn, is a thrill to see. A century ago, prospectors came to Alaska looking for gold. Today, you can still find Yukon gold. It shimmers off the water with the setting sun. Passengers are also rewarded with the pride and satisfaction of seeing our nation's symbol, the bald eagle, thriving in these protected forests.
We're doing what the big ships can't do. We're getting in these narrow places that the big ships can't go. We're stopping. We see a bear, we stop. That's what we're here for. We will go up, we'll get close to see it. Also, we're getting closer to the whales. We're getting some really good whale experiences, and we have time to see and do. And that's what the people are here for. The people that are coming on our cruises have read up. They're here to see Alaska and to do Alaska rather than for the cruise experience.
The only time the Spirit of Alaska seems insignificant is when it's dwarfed by a mammoth wall of ice. Your most exhausting experience is trying to keep up with the flow of emotions caused by being this close to nature.
Misty Fjords must be magic. Every time I cry. Every time we go in there, I expect little elves and nymphs to pop out of the trees. And it's green, and there's mist trailing in the trees, and the engines are off, and it's so quiet that you can hear the birds, and you can hear the waterfall in the background, and it's just magical. It's just, I don't know, it really speaks to your heart. It's beautiful.
Seeing the glaciers up close and it's just phenomenal. Just seeing the ice and the blue colors and then the seals and then the bears and just the wildlife. It's just beautiful.
I came up here to restore my faith in Mother Nature. It's terrific.
We're showing you, I have to say it again, up close. See Alaska up close. And that's what we're doing. You're seeing Alaska from an intimate viewpoint. That is important. Alaska is here to be enjoyed.